if this exchange is successful, we hope that we will be able to exchange contacts of their holidays and also our get their holiday contacts as well, and then hopefully the holidays now, our holidays will also try to establish good relationship with kids as well. So, yeah, we are Kivians, we have a lot of pride. I think we need to humble ourselves and try to learn from others as well. I think it's a, we can learn a lot. Yep. So next is going to tell you guys what are the future plans. Roughly what is our future plans are. So before recess week, these are the things that we hope to do. Figure out the member mission. So we really need the holidays to cooperate and send in their members fees as soon as possible. I know it's very hard because along the way, confirm got people leave and come in, but just give us the best that they can, so we can work with this first and figure things out before recess week. Right now there are quite a number of CCs, especially mostly sports but I think I cannot blame them because I believe that. So we need the holidays to cooperate and pass to us their members fees soon. Then next is budget membership. Yeah, this is very, very important. You see, an entire page for this. Yeah, okay, so JCLC has just confirmed the money for CCAs, from CCAs. Okay. We have just confirmed the amount of money that all the CCAs will be getting from SCLC last night on the meeting. So what the JCLC will be doing is next Tuesday, JCLC will be sitting from 8 PM onwards, 18 September. We will be dividing up the money to all the CCAs next Tuesday. So we will be using a proposal from last year, the coalition leave, and all these other factors to decide how we are going to give out the money last year. Last year, most of the decisions just we sit together and we just based on proposal and what. But this year, I think you guys, holidays should be prepared that we will call you up and come in and then we talk about it with you guys and then we decide finalize how much money to give to all of you. Because I think it's really important that you guys, what the amount of money that you guys get. This decision is very important because it really involves all decisions. Yeah. So I'm going to explain briefly how actually the money for student activities work. So basically, we are given a sum of money, a lot of money actually, and this amount of money is given to JCLC from SCLC to distribute to all the CCAs involved. So this money, basically all student activities should come from this pool of money. By right, all the CCAs are supposed to spend within this limit. So the trouble is when money is not enough, right? The money is never enough. So if your CCA is having trouble with money, not enough money, so you guys are supposed to come to us and we will bring it up to SSD and try to solve this problem. So financial briefing, we're having a financial briefing for holidays next week on Thursday. You guys see the email, very important because that is the time when we actually tell you guys how much money will be allocated to each CCA. Yeah, 10 PM. Go check the emails. Okay. So other than that, for recess week, we hope to establish a strong relationship with Raffles. And next, after recess week. So our aim for after recess week is continue our efforts with formatting as explained just now. And yes, member of the constitution is I will explain later in the last part of my address. Okay, now JCLC block introduction session. Last year, like Mibo mentioned just now, that JCLC tried to have interaction session with the residents at the main lounge. But then I think, he said, we found our alumni from Hague. But the attendance for that day was about like 10 people, so it's quite discouraging. But I felt that, yes, the intention was good, so I felt that maybe this year we will have a more active approach. So what the JCLC will try to do is actually go to the blocks and interact with the residents. So when you guys have supper, right, maybe we will go there and interact with you guys. Tell you guys, and get feedback from you guys to tell us what you guys want for all. Yeah, basically. So it's a continuation of the 50-50 GCSE, were to just want to have more active approach. What? Active approach to approach the residents. Yeah. I think lack of understanding of what the GCSE do in hall for the last is also is one of the factors why it's been very hard for us to find people to step up and join GCSE as a president or any other post in GCSE. So I don't know lah. Maybe when I was in first year, I totally don't know what the GCSE do. And most people at the time think that the GCSE is a cycle committee, admin work in the background. But we are not. Actually, the GCSE is the highest governing student body in hall. We are supposed to lead from the front. Yeah. So, and we give the hall the direction. We hope to achieve this and we need to increase the awareness about the GCSE among residents. This way, people know more what the GCSE do. Hopefully, that we can find our 57th president next year quickly. Yeah. So, yeah, because our GCSE have plans for 57th as well. Because yeah, some of the things that we aim for this year can only be done if there is continuity in the future. Yeah. So yeah. So after GCSE, we also start building relationships at other halls as well. GCSE we're going for OBS. Because Kusu organized this OBS thing for all the GCSE, so we use this opportunity during recess week to bond with the other GCSEs and try to find which other hall that we want to be closer with. Yeah. We can roll with them. Yep. Next. Yeah. So after GCSE also we'll be working on getting the December to January subsidy as well. But after bringing up to the SLC meeting last night, it seems quite positive that we can get the subsidy again this year. Yeah. Okay, then for the December and January holidays, we will be reviewing the KIPS again because we have recognized that the KIPS is a very, very powerful tool that can actually steer the direction of the hall. Because now the power of who should we let to stay on next year within the GCSE's hand. So the KIPS is actually very, very powerful. So we hope that after the first STEM, and based on the progress and how the CCAs have been doing, we will see our KIPS again and whether it's still relevant. We will be able to retain the deserving seniors in the next academic year. Okay. Yeah. So next. Yeah. We'll be also be trying to bring in talent for SEM 2. So if you guys see Felicia's email, she sent out the Google form thing for you guys for all leaders to start recommending people that they want to bring in SEM 2. So yeah, start early. So you guys we can help you that early also. Next. SEM 2. Yeah, in SEM 2, of course, we hopefully can find a new president. Yeah, this we are really going to work hard. Okay, so we have continuity. Oh yeah, so that's pretty much it for our plans in the rest of the AY. So now we're going to talk a bit about the problem that we have in the GCSE right now. So as everyone is informed right now that we lacking of our sports secretary. Yeah, Ruth and I have been looking for one for the past weeks now. And we recognize the importance of a sports secretary in the GCSE. And we have been actively looking. Unfortunately, we are still unable to find someone to fill out the position. So the ideal situation is that the sports secretary should be heading the sports management committee. Then, on top of handling the internal matters in hall related to sports, like the captains, the logistics, jerseys, and everything, the sports secretary represents hall in all IHG matters. So at the point of formation of the SMC, my vision was like I just mentioned during my summary of my last year's report, is that the SMC is supposed to support the sports sector and also relieve the administration burden of the captains. So, yeah. Then last night there was a very big meeting for IHG. So what happened is that all the 6 halls, masters, RFs, presidents, and also all the sports directors sat together in a meeting last night. So they have already, the IHG planning is underway right now. So during that meeting, the things that they cover is like, how long, the duration of IHG, the convening and vice convening duties, and whatever other matters that they want to talk about. Also, there were SRC officers present as well to advise on how IHG should be done this year. So it has been decided that the first sports council meeting, sports council is made up of all the 6 sports directors. Okay. Will be on next Thursday, 20th September, 9 p.m. each. So it is in this meeting that the constitution and the general rules and regulations of IHG this year will be discussed and written out. So for now, it has come to the point that if our hall cannot find a sports secretary to represent our hall by next Wednesday, then we have no choice but to withdraw from IHG this year. Yeah. So that's the first issue. Okay. Then we have if we don't have a sports secretary, then as a consequence, the SMC will unfortunately fall into irrelevance. Because then, there isn't, there will fall into irrelevance. Then we will be forced to, their job will just end here. Their job will just end at organizing AGM. Yeah. The Sports National Committee has been doing really quite a lot the past 5 weeks. They have worked very hard planning all the scheduling, with the logistics, helping the captains organize their games for AG, and they also provide welfare, they had drinks, and then they also covered first aid and safety. So when I was injured during football, once I was there very fast for me ice. Yeah, it was really good, and the level of IVG this year is really quite up. The scoreboard is projected and everything is really quite amazing. You can see, and also the participation and how hyped up everything was really quite amazing. The SMC is definitely was able to instill a very strong watching culture among the freshmen and also the seniors in KE. And then I think many of us feel that they have really brought up the level of sports in our hall. Yeah. Then, but not, right now, it is to our regret that if we still cannot find our sports secretary by next week, then their hard work until now, their hard work until now will just stop here. But right at this moment, we appeal to Chileans step up and take up this goal as the sports secretary. Yeah, because if we don't have a sports secretary, then we will not be able to compete in IHG.
explain the logical link between not having a sports secretary and not participating in inter-hall games?
Because right now without a sports secretary, without anyone to represent our hall,
is the sports secretary the only way to go other than pulling out of IBHG? And also another thing is, you and I know that the lack of a sports secretary is not because no one's interested, but because of realities on the ground. So I am not sure that I'm not sure that I mean I would think the better way to go may be to tackle these issues rather than let's go out IHG altogether. It seems rather
we're not suggesting that we want to pull out of IHG. Right now we really want someone to just step up, take up the sports secretary position. Then we can move on and compete in IHG as usual.
Yeah, I understand. Of course, best we have a sports secretary, yes, but failing which is our next best solution to pull out IHG.
Then what other solutions do you suggest? Do you suggest that I send any of my members to go for IHG?
That is a possibility.
It's a possibility, but it's not the ideal situation. And we have a lot of things in our hand as well.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I believe, right, that as JSLC, they will, I mean, we're all on the same side, right? We're all on the same page. We are here because we want something to happen more, right? So, my question is, as the JSLC, as the top level of hall management, and being committed to pushing K further, something further, let's say there's no sports sec, are you still just going to let us go out IG and not play IG?
No one wants that, right?
Yeah, so my question is what's going to happen if there's no sports sec? What are you going to do about it?
We have stated out a problem that we cannot find one.
It's not about the problem, it's about the solution.
Yeah. But solution is we need someone to step up and take up the job. But if no one wants to do it or no one can do it, then how are we going to compete in the first place?
Competition is via sportsmen, right? Not the sports sec is not the one who's competing.
Oh, trust me, you'll be competing in the National Sports Council as well. Tell you that room is a war zone.
So you have an entire JCRC with you. Why is it a better solution to pull out from IHG rather than someone from the JCRC take it up instead?
Like I said, we have a lot of things in our hand and it's not ideal for us to go.
I know it's not ideal, but is it more ideal to pull out IHG?
The thing is, I feel like the sports secretary represents the sports culture in hall.
So if you have no sports secretary, means there is no sports culture in hall.
No, represents the sports cluster in hall. Not culture, cluster in hall.
Okay, yeah, but
Yeah.
so
If no one wants to step up as sports secretary, what does that say about the people?
it means there are realities on the ground that people who are interested cannot take it up. Rather than the fact that there is no one interested.
Among us also, we also feel that we cannot take it up. But then, what is going to happen if no one wants to take it up? I really don't want to pull out of IHG. None of us wants to pull out of IHG. Just need someone to represent us.
Okay, I think maybe I should stand here and say that, all right, there is the directive from the SCRC. The directive from SCRC is very clear, right? Because you see, in the IHG, every hall has to be represented by a sports sec. Because the sports sec deals with the policy-making decisions. It oversees the whole representative of the hall as it is, right? So it will be very difficult for a hall to participate in IHG when we say that we like to play many games, but there's no captains. There's no leader, right? It doesn't make sense. So it's the same problem we have. We have a JCRC, a great JCRC, want to do great things, but nobody wants to be a president. So how? You understand what I'm saying? So this is the SCRC imposition actually on the hall. And we are very clear. In that sense that if we want to play, we have to play by the rule. The rule basically says the hall has to be represented by the sports sec. You see what I mean? Right? I think it is not fair to tell the JCRC, right? If you don't have sports sec, one of you become the sports sec. I think that's not fair. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So I think that's why the JCRC is appealing to all of us. I think we have to put our heads together and ask ourselves the questions. We really have to find a sports sec. If the work is too heavy, we'll create a sports management committee to protect the sports sec. You see, I think that's the way, because otherwise it's not fair to JCRC. Nobody wants to do the job because it's a difficult job. JCRC too bad, one of you has to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So that I don't think that makes sense as it is. So that's why JCRC basically is bringing the problem back to all of us and say, right, as a house we have to sort out this issue, right? The mechanism to do is that one of us has to step up and say, okay, I'll do it, right? But I need help, and I'll get the sports management committee around. So I think the SCRC is very clear. If at the end of the day, when the shove comes to push and there's a whole hall, no one to raise their hands, then to us it's very clear, right? We can say whatever we want, but at the end of the day, when it comes to a pushing point, no one is ready to move. But under those circumstances, then I think at SCRC we are very clear in our mind that if that's the case, then we should sit out this year IHG and then let the situation roll itself. And then next year, when someone is ready to say, I'll lead the hall to do the sports, then we will carry on the activities. You see, SCRC is also very clear in our mind. If we have no JCRC president, we will have no JCRC too. Is that right? So the SCRC is very clear in our mind. We don't have the activities for the sake of having activities. If nobody wants to take up the trouble to lead. But life can go on. It's okay. It's not an issue. It's always about convictions. It's always about opportunities. And if nobody wants to take up, never mind. That means maybe we are in the wrong place. But we can leave another day to take up the challenge. So this is the SCRC position. So we are not worried about tradition. We are worried about convictions. We are worried about people saying that I really believe in this and I want to come out to serve. And if we cannot find that champion, then never mind. We leave another day to fight the battle. Alright, so that's our basic thought pattern. Our basic thought pattern.
Thank you, Master. This is a very difficult position for all of us. What I can really try to do for now is really go for that meeting and try to drag them from, eventually, we still cannot find our sports secretaries. What I will do is I will attend that meeting on Thursday and see if we can drag it. But there is a limit to what I can do. Because the JCSC members are really tied down to other things to do as well. And it will be a very big compromise to the rest of the CCA sectors involved if any of us have to take on 29 CCAs under any of us. So I appeal to all Keegans look into this. In hall right now, we have 2 old sports secretaries, and you guys will not be alone. We'll be helping you guys along the way. If you guys step up and pick up the role. None of us wants to. No one wants to not compete in IHG. So,
I think one more thing also is, I think also to be fair to, last week each time, JCRC don't have a treasurer, don't have a FinSec. So the SCRC mandate to the JCRC was very simple. So long as you don't have a FinSec, you will have no money because no one accounts for it as it is. So we told JCRC, right, we'll lock down the system. You see, the challenge is, this is all about accountability. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a structure. There's a system. The FinSec looks after all the money. So if you have no FinSec, we can't give you the money. Alright, so IHG has a need a sports coordinator. If there's no sports coordinator, there is no IHG. It's the same argument, same thing. right? We have publication set. If we have no publication set, someone willing to oversee the publication, then there will be no publication. Same thing. If no one wants to do X2RJ, there will be no X2RJ. You see, I mean, we as SCRC is not forcing upon all of you that you must have this thing. Die, you must have this. That is not our point. Our point is that the leaders must emerge and say, yeah, this is what we want to do. And if no one wants to do that, then it's okay. We'll do other things because there are many other things also to do, right? That's what I'm saying. So we don't have to be pressurized, that we must follow tradition. Die as it is. Is that right? Okay.
Thank you, Master. So actually, we have to really thank Chapter now for stepping up his job. So, applause, Chapter. Yeah.